What up, Canacronies? It's Canacron here, bringing you this great gameplay. It's awesome. I'm so excited. I'm calling this the quintessential hand, basically. I usually use Scout, but this is a Berzerker. And I also have it set up so that you can also use the medic portions of your hand. So what I have is I have the Adrenaline Sim, and I also have the Bacta bomb situated in this particular in hand. I also have the thermal detonator. The reason why I have that is sometimes, depending on the map, I may not need to use the actual jump pack. I love it for mobility, and there's no problem using it whatsoever. I really enjoy it, but you gotta love this, especially if you get to trait level 3. Trait level 3 is phenomenal. We're talking about 200 plus health points if you use all of these in conjunction with themselves, and you're not going to really get to that 200 point until you get to trait level 3. But I'll tell you, I'm so used to using Scout, and I do really like Scout, but this hand with that particular trait is phenomenal. You have to try it. I usually get this is Blast. This is Team Blast here. I usually get in around 12-ish kills on the average per game. This particular trait is giving me 14. I know it's only 2 per match, but that's on an average. So I'm going to be a little higher, a little lower, depending on what's going on. And geez, it's just incredible. You guys have to try it. I can't believe how well this is suited to, the Bacta bomb. It just works all so well together. Now, I was talking to my son about the Bacta bomb because back in the day when we played Battlefront, Bacta was a huge thing to keep us healthy, to continue to play. And we just loved the idea of Bacta. It was fun to use, and look at what it does. I most of the time, if I would have got caught like that, I would have been dead. I'm using the Adrenaline Sim as well, so it's cutting down on my death rates. So my KD ratio, along with my kills per match, is going up, and so is my KD. So it's an incredible thing, and you have to try it. Now, another thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about is there is a book called Battlefront, and really it has nothing to do with this particular game, but I wanted to point out that it's a really good read, and anybody who's into Star Wars lore, the story of Star Wars, it's Star Wars from start to finish. And I've also read another book called Aftermath, which is a harder read. I'm not exactly sure on how the author wanted it presented. It is a little bit tougher of a read, but it's still good. One thing that I do really want to talk about Battlefront Twilight Company, that's the name of the book that I said earlier, prior to Aftermath. They have a really cool scene how they set up Darth Vader. He didn't just... It's almost like he just arrived, but there's a certain way that the author attacked it that makes it really cool, and you may want to check that out because it's a great read, lots of fun. Again, Battlefront Twilight Company. I really like the character development in the book. There is I think it's called a basilisk in the actual story, and I hope that they're going to bring a basilisk to this particular game. lots of cool stories within each story of it, and you really get to know the characters really well, like I said. So check that out. If you enjoy Star Wars, the story of Star Wars, and all of their tales, then you may want to check it out. Just a great idea. Now, more about this particular setup and this hand. One thing that I noticed, if you're up against, 4 or 5 different people, this is not going to work that well. But if you're, in a position where you're hiding yourself, taking some cover, if you will, this is going to be happening. Okay, there's a great way to look at it right there. The star card hand, sorry. I've got it all right there, so you can check it out. You got to give it a try, like I said. This is phenomenal. I'll just give me a second here and just have a look, and you'll see I would have been dead. So here's one situation where I'm using the adrenaline sim and I'm using the back-to-bomb right here. I would have been dead if I tried that without it. There's been so many times when I've gone after a Viper droid like that without those things in my hand, and I would have just been killed instantaneously. So I get points for the Vapor droid for destroying that, and I live to tell another story. And I'm also using the original Trooper gun as well, and I usually use the smaller pistol in most of my games. Right there, for an example, I would have been toast in that particular scenario. Just because of the back-to-bomb in the sim, just gives you extra life. Like I said, over 200 health points. Just phenomenal. I can't say it enough. You got to try it, especially if you've been using some other traits and getting a feel for them and things like this. This is absolutely nuts what happens here. Just absolutely nuts. And again, if I didn't have those things in conjunction with each other, I would have been dead way sooner than that. But put some comments down below underneath and just tell me what you think about this particular hand. If there's anything that you would change or not change, I'm all ears. I want to get better and better at this game. I'm looking at a 1.40, 1.41, 1.39 in that area as far as KD on a regular basis. It fluctuates, but you've got to try different things to see if that is going to suit your gameplay. When I'm doing the hut contracts and they're making me do different things, of course my KD is going to go down because I'm not used to that particular scenario. And I just think that that's a great way to teach people how to play the game and try every single weapon and trait and star card, all of it. It's just lots and lots of fun to enjoy different aspects of the game. Now, if you noticed, I had a thermal detonator in the last game, and now I have a jump pack in this game, and I find the jump pack in this particular map, or on this particular map, I find it works really, really well to get around, have that mobility that you need. But in this particular match, I didn't have to use it. I don't know if I was just more cognizant on the mini map, if I was able to just I don't really play this well. I am not the quote-unquote gamer. I'm not a big gamer. I play this game on PS4, but I don't play any other games. So I don't consider myself a gamer. I just really enjoy Star Wars, and this helps me to be a part of the Star Wars universe, just like the other Battlefronts did, so many years ago. I think they were released in 2006, or maybe a little bit before that. Another game I played a lot of, and I still kind of pick away at it every now and then, is Empire at War. I really like the strategic part of that particular game. And I also heard that they're coming out with another Star Wars game. I think it's, I don't believe it's DICE. I'll have to get back to you on that. That's what I heard. And it's supposed to be a first-person shooter. That's all it is. And so for a lot of you Black Ops people, you'll really enjoy that. I like the opportunity to go to both because the original Battlefront was set up that way. I do believe you could do both. You could be first person and third person, from what I recall. But I definitely can recall that you could be first person, third person. So I love this game, and I want to get better and better at it, and I want to try to help other people get better at it as well. And I know a lot about Star Wars, and again, that's one of the reasons why I really, really enjoy this game. And the Berzerker Medic is a great way to enjoy it. I mean, just look at the kills that I'm getting in this run. I don't have too many transitions in this particular part of the video because I just keep hitting them, and they keep hitting me, and I just keep getting better, more health, and using my back to bomb, my sim, and also the Berzerker. It's just incredible. It's just incredible, and I didn't know this until I started really working it and trying different things. And that's what I suggest that you do. Just keep on trying to match your gameplay so that you can really enjoy the game. And I think, like I said before, the people that don't enjoy the game, I don't think they've given it enough time. They haven't given it enough patience in order to have that kind of a time. When you have 400 plus hours on a particular game, I'm not saying I'm an expert, but it definitely helps to put it in perspective in terms of other games and how much time you're willing to spend on a game and how much you like a particular idea. And I'm not saying that there isn't great ideas out there. I just particularly like this one, and I hope that the next Star Wars game I'm gonna like even more than this one. But enough of me ranting. You can check me out at CJ Canacron on Twitter. Look me up, add me, come back and watch some more videos. I'm here to serve. My name's Canacron. Peace out, y'all.